All right, everybody, welcome back to another video here. So today I wanted to just do, I told you guys on Bloomington Buddies, if you watched that episode, I was going to be doing one where I went over the NBA trades. I know the trade deadline was last Thursday, but I also wanted to give it a couple days just to make sure every trade was finalized. For instance, the Golden State Warriors trade was just finalized yesterday. It was completely agreed to. So those things are just now kind of getting finalized altogether. So we are going to go ahead and start with the earliest trades. We're going to go back a little bit. So I'm going to go back to, okay, this one we've already talked about. So the earliest one I'd say that we don't really know about is January 5th. I want to say, no, we already talked about that one, I think. Okay, so we'll go here. January 23rd. All right, so we're going to start here. And I will grade it. I'll talk about the trade, kind of see what this means for each thing. All right, so on January 23rd, the Lakers receive Rui Hachimura. In return, the Washington Wizards get Kendrick Nunn. Now, if I'm being realistic, I think, and they also get 3 second round picks. Sorry, I just noticed that. Um, in my book for both teams, I'm going to say that this is probably an A. Main reason being A, the Lakers needed somebody that would go into that 4 spot so that Anthony Davis could indeed play that true five. They've been having to make him play kind of a four because they don't have that true four position. So this is a great way because now, as we'll talk about later, they have got one of the best lineups in the league, in my opinion, right now. But they've now got LeBron that can play the three, Rue who can play the four, and then of course they've got AD who can play the five now. So that'll be a great win for them. As for the Wizards, they add a much needed guard. They really have no guard depth. Bradley Beal is the only one that can actually, play the guard true and true. And they don't really have a lot of other supporting cast there. So it's just a great pickup for them. They also get 3 second round picks, so that'll be great for their future. February 5th, we're already jumping to February, as we've already talked about this. The Mavericks get Kyrie Irving and Kharif Morris. In return, the Brooklyn Nets get Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finley-Smith, a 2029 first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. In my opinion, I think that the Nets here, in my opinion, get a B for this trade. And the Mavericks, I'm gonna say they get a D. Now, a lot of people, when I talked about this just in passing and stuff, have given me a lot of shit for this. And I will say, I think you have to think about it long term. Kyrie Irving is probably not going to re sign with you in the offseason. He has been saying he wants to play for Los Angeles. He has been talking about it nonstop. The only reason he didn't get traded to Los Angeles is because the owner of the Nets is petty and he didn't like him and he said that he didn't want to give him what he wants. That's the only reason. He was going to be a Laker. So I think that this is a D trade because you've now given up a first round pick, 2 second round picks, Spencer Dinwiddie, who is a great, great player. He was a great compliment to Luca. And you've given up Finley Smith, who are both fantastic players. Yes, you did gain Kyrie Irving, who is one of the best guards in the league right now, and Markieff Morris, who is a great player. But you're talking about pretty much loaning them for the rest of the season. And I'm sorry, with the Celtics, the Bucks, and the Nuggets, and the 76ers right now, I don't think you're winning a championship either way. And now the Lakers, I just don't see it. So overall, I'm giving the Mavericks a D on this. I'm giving the Nets a B because it's going to help them rebuild their team. It's also going to help them get some good players such as Spencer Dinwiddie. February 7th. This one was really, really big. Because it doesn't seem like a big one, but Miami giving away a second round pick and Dwayne Diamond just to get cash considerations. And I think this is huge for one reason, because that means that they are hurting for cap right now. And that means that they're probably looking to re-sign Jimmy Butler. They're probably going to try to re-sign Bam, and they're probably possibly thinking about re-signing Kyle Lowry, which is a big deal. So we'll see kind of how that goes. So yeah, that one was an interesting trade, and the Spurs get that center that they need. So overall, I'm gonna say the Heat, giving up cash considerations for a second and Dwayne. I'm gonna say that Heat get a C because I understand if they need the cash. I'm gonna say the Spurs. I'm gonna say the Spurs get a B here because they do need that big man. All right, February 7th. Kings get Edwards from the Nets. So yeah, Kessler Edwards and cash considerations is what the Kings receive. And the Brooklyn Nets receive draft rights to David McShinura. Um, I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering some of these names. Some of them are foreign names, so I apologize in advance. Um, but he is from I want to say what was it, the Euro League? I'm pretty sure. So they get draft rights to him. So um if I remember correctly, let's just take a field trip, shall we? What? Okay. He's from France. It's the French league. He is a guard. Um so yeah, he's a guard, which I think is nice. So that'll definitely help them. Which is kind of something that I think that the Kings are, or that the Nets are going to need now that Kyrie Irving's gone. They're going to need that second guard. Where's they at? Okay. Whoa, I forgot how many trades there were that day. All right, up next. This is the big stuff. This is where everything goes. On February 8th, we had by far, I would say, in my opinion, the biggest trade. I know Kyrie Irving was pretty big, but I definitely feel like this was the biggest trade. Um, There was a three-team trade between the Los Angeles Lakers. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna move my microphone in here because otherwise I keep turning away from it, so it's hard to hear. Okay, that's better. All right. So there was a three-team trade between the Lakers, the Timberwolves, and the Jazz. The Lakers get guard D'Angelo Russell, guard Malik Beasley, and forward Jared Vanderbilt. And then the Timberwolves got Mike Conley, Nikhil Alexander Walker, and 3 second-round picks for 2024, 25, and 26. And the Jazz get Russell Westbrook, JTA, who's, as you all know, one of my favorite people. I love him, former Golden State Warrior, Damian Jones, and a 2027 first-round pick. Okay, first off, the team that won this, in my opinion, until is going to be the Lakers. I think that I mean, it's either the Lakers or the Timberwolves. Now, the Jazz did add to their arsenal of first round picks that they had with the Rudy Gobert trade earlier this season and everything else, or earlier in the offseason. But I think that they pretty much are trying to buy out Russell. So that means that he is now a free agent, if I remember correctly. He is a free agent, so they have nothing on him. They just wanted him in the trade so that the Lakers couldn't keep him. Um, so he is not even a Utah Jazz from what I read. So he's just kind of he could sign with anybody right now. So that was kind of useless. So you get JTA, who I like, and you get Damian Jones, which kind of gets that height that you're missing with Rudy Gobert. But first round pick, I like that. But really, I think just for these three giving away, you know, Mike Conley. I'm pretty sure Jared Vanderbilt was also, yeah, Jared Vanderbilt. So I don't really like that. Now for the Lakers, this is an A plus. You're adding D'Angelo Russell back, who is a great player. You're getting Malik Beasley, who is another fabulous guard, and you're getting Jared Vanderbilt, who can also step in and play that kind of sub forward that you need for the number four. So now you've got this is what I was talking about earlier. Think about this lineup. You got D'Angelo Russell. You'll probably have Malik Beasley at the two. You've got LeBron James, and now you've got Rye, and then you've also Aru, and then you've also got AD now. So I think that that is such a great lineup. They definitely did have a mock lineup, and I can't remember exactly what they ended up having, but it was a really good lineup. And then the Timberwolves get Mike Conley. They get Nikhil Alexander Walker, which is great, and they get 3 second-round picks, which I think is really good for them. I will say Mike Conley though he is good, but I don't know how much longer he's got left, so we'll kind of see how that plays out. All right, up next, this one would just surprise me a little bit. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. This one surprised me because the Knicks got Josh Hart, but they also gave up Cam Reddish, Ryan Arcidiacono, and oh my gosh, guys, I'm not even going to try to say that. Y'all can see that, right? Okay. And then a 2023 lottery projected first round pick. Look, Josh Hart is good, but I don't know that you give up Cam Reddish and a projected first round in the lottery. Like that's a big step. Now, again, Josh Hart is very good. But I think the Knicks gave up too much for just Josh Hart. Um, Portland definitely won this. In my opinion, I think Portland for giving up Josh Hart, yeah, that's a big deal. But I'm gonna say Portland gets a B here, and the Knicks get a. I'm gonna say a D. Look, I understand that. Oh, I don't know if I went through all these grades. Timberwolves, yeah, I did. Um, but yeah, so this one Yeah, this one was kind of shocking to me. I'm not gonna lie. This one, Raptors, they get Jacob Pollitt, and the Spurs get Kem Birch, a first round pick in 2024, and two second round picks, which I guess the year has not been decided. Um, the Raptors definitely need height, especially considering that they were thinking about getting rid of OJ, or OG, and then I'm kind of, as a Warriors fan, the trade that was on the table. Let me just look that up really quickly because now I wonder, what was the OG Anunoby trade with Warriors? My gosh, I cannot spell today. Okay, here we go. After months of speculation, the Golden State Warriors finally dealt James Wiseman the day of the NBA trade deadline. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We already know about that. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Okay, that's what it was. They wanted so much stuff. Okay. Hours before the where's it at? If the Warriors had made a move for Anunoby, it likely would have had to include Jonathan Kuminga, which I don't know about that. That's a tough one. Um, let's see. Here we go. This is what it was. Golden State's Warriors didn't make the league altering. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, they wanted Jonathan Kuminga and like multiple picks. It was like a lot. It's crazy. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that the Warriors are struggling with right now. Anyway, so yeah, and they still get OG. But I think the Raptors needed that height. So yeah, in the end, I'm gonna say that both these teams get a solid B. I think that this is good for both teams. Um, okay, I have a lot to say about this. This is, if I'm being honest right now, the Brooklyn Nets are going to have so many draft picks. It's ridiculous. They are going to have the biggest arsenal. I thought the Jazz were. No. They've already picked up, I'm pretty sure, 7 first round picks just in this trade deadline. That's ridiculous. And they also get a 2028 pick swap. They also get all of these good players. If I'm being honest, the Suns are just pushing to go all in all right now. Like they just want to win it. Because I looking back at this trade, the Suns traded a lot, like a lot. I'm almost willing to say too much because you're giving up Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and Cameron Johnson, all forwards that are just really, really good, like solid, and they've looked good. You also are giving up 4 first round picks and a 2028 pick swap, so I assume that that's also a first round. You get KD and you get TJ Warren, both fantastic players. KD especially. And don't get me wrong, that lineup scares the shit out of me. It's but just 4 of them, really. I mean, you've got CP3, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. That's a scary starting lineup. But you've also gotten rid of a lot of your bench because Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, and Jay Crowder are all great players. They could have came off the bench. You guys would have won it. No question. Don't get me wrong. You're still now my favorite to win it in the West just because of this lineup. But I don't know. That's kind of it's a lot. So I'm gonna give the Brooklyn Nets. They get an A because Kevin Durant is good, but they were not going to a championship. They really did need to start rebuilding after they got rid of Kyrie. I like that. The Suns, I'm giving a B because yeah, you definitely have just raised yourself to the favorites to win the championship, but I don't know that you should have given up all of this. Celtics. and the Oklahoma City Thunder do a deal. They get Mike Muscala, which is really good for the Celtics, really adding another big man in there. They give up Justin Jackson and 2 second-round picks. Overall, both these teams get an A. I think this is good for them. The Thunder really just need to keep rebuilding, keep adding to their arsenal of picks, and they did that. And they also get a good forward in Justin Jackson. Lakers Nuggets swap backups. Yeah, this one was interesting. Thomas Bryant is going to the Nuggets, and the Lakers are getting Donovan Reed and 3 second-round picks. Um, I actually like this. I think that, or actually, sorry, no, no, I don't like this. I don't know what I was saying because the Nuggets already. I mean, I guess in case Jokic gets hurt again, but I think that the Lakers need to keep their centers because if you remember correctly, as I think we'll talk about it up here. Um, oh wait, no, never mind. I take that back. I do like it. I forgot about that trade. We'll talk about it in a minute. Because the Lakers did acquire another center here later. So they get 3 second-round picks to add back from the trade they had with Russell, and they also get a good backup guard to kind of help with D'Angelo Russell after getting rid of Russell Westbrook. So I really like this, and the Nuggets get a good backup center. Indiana Hoosier, by the way, love Thomas Bryant. All right, this three-team deal was interesting. So the Trailblazers get Matisse Thybulle. The 76ers get Jalen McDaniels and 2 second-round picks, and the Charlotte Hornets get 2 second-round picks, and I can't even pronounce that guy's name. I'm not going to try. This is overall an A for everything, I think. I think they add another great guard to their depth. He's a really good guard. They get a good forward to kind of help complement everybody, and they get 2 second-round picks. The Hornets get another good guard, and 2 second-round picks. So I think we're good with Melo playing. I think this will be a good help. Another three-team trade, which is interesting. Indiana Pacers get George Hill back. They get Serge Ibaka, and they get Jordan Nwora, and 3 second-round picks. Brooklyn Nets get 2 second-round picks, and Milwaukee gets Jay Crowder. So they're already dealing Jay Crowder, which is why I think that the Bucks adding Jay Crowder, I'm saying they get an A here because they're just adding to their arsenal at this point. The Nets getting 2 second-round picks for Jay Crowder, I disagree with because you just traded your absolute star for 4 or 5 first-round picks because I don't know what the 2028 pick swap is. They don't really tell you. And you got Jay Crowder and you added a bunch of bench people, which if you're smart, you keep the bench people and you play them because they're very good. No, instead you trade them for 2 second-round picks, which don't get me wrong, you're adding to your arsenal. It's ridiculous. But I think the Jays worth more than that, especially on the court. This one though, the Pacers get an A. I think they needed all of these forward. They needed some good guards to kind of back up, and since they do still have Miles Turner, I think that's good. They'll keep them and they'll get 3 second rounds. Um, Clippers acquire. Okay, this one was interesting. They get 2 second-round picks in return for Bones Highland, and I actually like that because they did just get, or because I think that the Clippers need a guard. The Nuggets, they have him. Jamal Murray, they have a good guard depth there. All right, next one up next. What was I looking at? Oh, okay, okay. Hawks, they end up getting Bruno Fernando, sorry, and then Garrison Matthews. The Rockets get Justin Holiday, Frank Kaminsky, and 2 second-round picks. I like this trade. I think that the Hawks need a little bit more guard depth and a good forward, and the Houston Rockets are just trying to rebuild. They need some good forwards, and they get some picks too, so that's good. This three-team deal, I liked. Don't get me wrong, I've been a fan of James Wiseman since the beginning, and I think he's really good for the talent and with the injuries he's gone through. And I did want to keep him, but knowing that we get a good forward in Kevin Knox, I really like him, and we still get 5 second-round picks. That's really good. I really like that. Now the Detroit Pistons get James Wiseman, and then Saddiq Bey goes to the Atlanta Hawks. Um, I think that overall, I think the Warriors win this. I do. I think James Wiseman's a great young talent, but the Pistons just are not the team. Um, this one was good. Patrick Beverly to the Magic for Mo Bamba. This is why I said I like the Clippers or the Nuggets and Lakers trade earlier. They get Mo Bamba, who, and I was mistaken earlier. Anthony Davis really should play a four. Now, he's been playing the center, which has been an issue because he has not been able to shoot like he does because he's actually a pretty good shooter. He can shoot deep, he can shoot all that. Now you've got Mo Bamba who can play the five. That's a great lineup. Like really it is. And they've got so much to offer now. Mo Bamba can play that true five, and you can get Anthony Davis a lot more time at the 4. This one, another IU man, love him. Clippers acquire Gordon in a 3-team trade. Danny Green goes to the Rockets, which they let go, by the way. Pretty sure. Yeah, because he just signed with the Cavaliers. So that's weird. I don't know really what they get out of that. The LA Clippers get Eric Gordon, 3 second-round picks, and the rights to pick swap. What? They get the rights to pick swap with themselves? I don't understand that. Okay. And then the Grizzlies get Luke Kennard, which I think is good, adding to their guard depth. They may give up a couple of players, but that's okay. All right. We're almost done. This is the last one, and I actually like it. Josh Richardson is heading to New Orleans. In return, the San Antonio Spurs get Devontae Graham and 4 second-round picks. Devontae Graham is a great player, but Josh Richardson has proven to just be consistent, really consistent. So I like that. But the Spurs get an A for this, in my opinion, as well, because they pick up Devontae Graham, who is still a great guard, and they gain 4 second-round picks, which they're going to need in the future to help rebuild and continue to rebuild. So yeah, that's really um, the big trade talks right now in the NBA. I think that this has been crazy. I think there was a lot of stuff that was going on. There's still obviously a lot of injuries. Sorry, guys. Oh, wore out today. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has definitely been going on that I think is really interesting. I will put out another video either later today or tomorrow. I want to talk about my standings in the NBA. Also, by the way, Super Bowl was fantastic for those of you who watched it. Um, that was crazy. I think that was by far one of the craziest Super Bowls I've ever seen. It was really good. Shout out to the Eagles. You guys played a good game. I think that you guys just kind of fell apart at the end. I know that Eagles fans right now are probably cursing me out, saying, "Oh yeah, well you're a Giants fan, so you really wanted us to lose." You are indeed correct, but I'm also tired of Eagles fans saying that the refs cost you that game when literally James Bradbury has come out and said, "Yeah, I pulled his jersey. I didn't think they'd call it. They did. That was a good call." And Nick Sirianni has come out and said that one call doesn't define a game. So Eagles fans, please, I don't want to hear it. Shout out to you guys. You did a good job. I think you guys played well. It's just that in the end, you guys have a quarterback that has not been there before. You have a coach that, is trying to take you here in the second year. You're just full of a lot of younger talent that has never experienced this moment. For instance, AJ Brown, by the way, hats off. I think he's top 3 receiver in the league right now, easily. And I mean, you've got great talent and you look really good in the future. I think that this team is just really going to take the league and I don't think that they're really going to have a dull season for the next probably 10 years. Like they're really going to be good. But the Chiefs just come out on top. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes um, gets a second Super Bowl win and second Super Bowl MVP. I will say he is now, and I know everybody says they for some reason everybody hates Patrick Mahomes. I don't have a problem with Patrick Mahomes. Now I do have a problem with his wife and his brother, because they are, very rude people, but I definitely don't have a problem with Patrick himself. And he is now he's only one of only 3 QBs to ever win 2 or more MVPs, Super Bowl MVPs, as well as Super Bowls. He joins the rank with Tom Brady and Joe Montana. So he is indeed one of the greatest quarterbacks already. I'm tired of people hating on him. And, I'm not a Chiefs fan by any means, but you can't argue with the facts there. Yeah, so like I said, I will definitely be coming out with another video here soon, talking a lot about the NBA, like the standings and kind of what I'm seeing. But I also am planning on doing another video. I'll probably do that this weekend. I'll start doing bracketology. I know you can go check out Quincy's channel. I know he does bracketology almost all season. I personally don't do that. I don't see the point in that because you're just constantly changing everything, and it's a lot. So I usually start about 2 weeks before bracketology really like it comes out, like the final bracket comes out. We'll kind of talk my way through things. I will be doing, if you guys want to join, go ahead and send me a message if you guys are watching this and you know me. If not, my Instagram and stuff like that is in the channel description, so you can go check me out there. You guys can feel free to DM me if you want to be part of it. I am going to be doing a bracket challenge. I know me and Quincy have already talked about it. We are going to do a Bloomington Buddies fan bracket challenge. So if you want to be involved in that, make sure to send us something on our social media where we will make sure to get you involved in that. And again, our social media for that, for those of you who are here from Bloomington Buddies, is just Bloomington_Buddies. That way, you guys can DM us and make sure to follow us. And we will. I'll also post something about it in the next coming weeks, telling you guys if you want to join, make sure that you send us a message. It'll be really fun. We'll definitely give you a shout out on the show if you win. Everything else. If you're here on campus, maybe we'll even bring you in for a show if you win. We'll kind of do things like that. But appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any input on the trades, if you guys have anything you disagree with me on, if you guys have anything you want to add, anything you guys find interesting, feel free to put it in the comments. I'm always down to listen to those. I'm always glad to respond, and I'm always glad to talk about those. And yeah, and if you guys also have anything you guys want me to talk about, sports related, or if there's any games you guys want me to play that I own, I will say I am going through Harry Potter right now. I'm super ridiculous fan of the Harry Potter just world in general. I'm a mega geek, but I'm gonna get through that, and then my plan is after I get through that, I'm gonna speed run it, and I'm gonna stream that. But we'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, so right now, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Once again, make sure to follow the channel, or sub to the channel. Make sure to go follow me on social media, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.